Release the Kraken!
Welcome back, fellow game designers. In our last video, we went ahead and made Leon's face. And in this one, we're going to make the back of Leon's head. So let's go ahead and save our work. We'll start off saving as, and this will be Leon 9. There we go. And I'll just jump in right here, go to edge selection. I'm going to turn symmetry off. I'll grab these edges here. So this edge here, through here. So that side and that side. Let's go to poly modeling, hit extrude. I'm going to pull the green arrow up just ever so slightly. And what I want to start doing is building out this forehead, but I don't want this dent in here. So here's what I'll do. If you take a look, say this model right here, where the nose transitions into the forehead, so it kind of tapers into the forehead, or say like this model, or even on this guy right here, you can kind of see that, where that nose transitions in the forehead. You can even have the little furrow of the brow right there. Like that shape doesn't look like this, right? It's not bunched up quite like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce this, and if we actually count, we go from here, face selection, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 faces on this side, which means I have 7 on that side, which gives me 14 faces, 14 things I have to connect back all the way around. So one thing I can do to reduce that is actually convert this into a few faces that loop back on each other, and that'll reduce the number of edges we have to pull behind the head. So I'm going to go into face selection here. I'm going to go into rough by hitting 1, and these guys in the back area here, go ahead and grab those like that. Delete those off. Go to edge selection. I'm going to grab these two in the middle here. Hit extrude. Pull up the green arrow. And now I'll go get symmetry. I'll turn that on. Go to vertex. And I'll just move these vertices down and in. And you can see we have this curvature. So what this is going to do, if you follow the path of the edge flow, this is going to create a loop. See that? These faces technically loop back on themselves. Okay. Go back to edge. I'll grab these. I'll hit extrude. So I'm going to go up to symmetry, turn that off. And then I'll pull the green arrow. That's better. Get my target weld tool. And then I'll weld this edge to there. I'll do the same thing on that side, this edge to there. You can see this is looping back on itself. I'm going to go up to edge again. I'll get these. Now the big question is, do you have to do this? And the answer is no. You don't have to do this, but if we continue working those back around the head, we're going to end up with a lot of connecting points. And this is just one convenient way of reducing points in an area that isn't super significant. Like the center of the nose here doesn't have a lot of flexibility. You have some scrunching of the brow, but this should not interfere with that. So I'd extrude, and then pull out the green arrow. Go ahead and target weld and weld those down. Check your work. We can do that again. Extrude, green arrow, target weld. Now I'll grab these, pull down, these, pull down, and then I'll weld to here. And then I'll weld that one to there. Let's go into my front view and take a look at our work here. Vertex selection, let's turn on symmetry. Now I can even this out. Check it out. So this kind of loops back on itself. And if we count the number of connections So from face selection, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So this face is here, but that's really the same corner as that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 faces on either side, so a total of 8 versus a total of 14. So we really cut that in half. Okay, and then the transition from here to there isn't super dramatic. If I go into smooth, we'll have something like this. And that's a bit more natural than what we had anyway. We can always move this down. So I'll go into edge selection, I can grab these. We just move these down. Yeah. Transition these a little bit more forward. Okay. There we go. All right, so start working these back. Get this top row of edges here. I'll hit extrude. I'm going to get out of symmetry so I can get a green arrow, and I'll pull that back. Let's check our front view. That looks pretty good. Go into vertex selection. Try to even some of these out. Make sure we're in symmetry mode. There we go. That way whatever I do matches. Let's check our side view to make sure that we are going where we need to go. So we don't need to go too far forward, but we do want to start transitioning this line back. So I'm going to grab this edge. So grab these, grab that, and I'll start pulling this back. And if I look up top, we want to make sure that this is curving. We don't want to have a straight line, we want to have a curved line. Let's get this and that, please forward a little bit. Just so slightly. I'll go ahead and do this again. We'll hit extrude. I'm going to hit W and see if I can get a straight line. Sometimes it doesn't work, but that time it did, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to go into side view. I'm going to continue working this back, like so. Now what I want to start doing is changing this angle. So this is a pretty steep angle. Go to vertex selection, I'll grab this one, I'll pull this back in to try to make this a little bit straighter. Okay. I'll just check here, let's check front. Got a bit of an alien head thing going on. Let's check our front view, make sure we're not going anything too bizarre. I think we can pull these in. Okay. And I'll do the back row one more time. I'll hit extrude, W to get a straight line. I'll pull back. I'm pretty much going to pull right back into here. I'm going to hit R and then pull almost back straight. Just move that up just a tad. I think that's good. Now, of course, we don't want our head to be flat. So as we're designing this, we want to start putting some curve in here. So vertex selection, I grab some vertices on this side. I'll move them down, head in, grab these middle ones, go up a little bit. That way that rounds off. Okay, let's start working the back of the jaw here. So I'll get under here, I'll grab these, hit extrude. And I'll hit W and see if I can pull out a straight line. Get my side view. I'll line that up about here, I think. I'm gonna grab these, this one, and that one. So these three. Extrude, W, pull that back. I'll check my side view. I want to try to straighten this off, so I'm gonna hit R and then scale back. I'll adjust the angle. How's that? A little bunched right here. I'm not going to worry about too much. If I hit 1, you can see it's still kind of straight. Let's check our front view. Yeah, those need to come out, so I'm going to pull this way. Okay. Down here, I need to bridge this, so I'll grab this one and that one. Hold Shift, hold right click, bridge. I'll get that corner and pull that up. And out. For here, I'm going to want to round that off a little bit more, but you can see I don't have enough material. To do that, I'm going to go get my multi-cut tool, hold down Control, I'm going to cut right through the middle on the lip there. So that's going to run through. Now I can start pulling these out. So this one, I go from here, I can move that out, and then this one, can pull that out. And as I'm looking at this jaw, you can see we have a really sharp corner here. Go into face selection here. And I'll grab this piece on the jaw here. And what I will do, I'm going to hit delete. And I'm going to change the way this edge is flowing. So what we should have done is pulled this out and went a loop up. So to do that, let's do this. Get my multi-cut tool. I will cut in an edge right about here. And then this corner, let's go to vertex selection. So vertex, and make sure we get target weld. And I'll target weld that to there. And now we have a much smoother transition. Look at that. And then this one can go here. Much better. Back under the jaw, I can even this out. Okay. Up under here, if I go to the side view here and just rearrange some of these. So this corner, if I just move that up a little bit, move this one over here. And then back here, you can see how these are going to line up. Move them back some. So this will fit, that'll fit, and we need one more cut for here. So I'll go to edge selection. And I'll get this one, that one, that one, that one. And I guess I'll get these as well. I'll hit extrude. Let's get out of symmetry. And I'll hit W to get a straight arrow, and I'll just pull that back. Right into the jawline. I'll pull up. Looks pretty good. I'll rearrange this. Alright. Let's double check both sides. Looks good over there. We'll check over here. Yeah, I think this is better there. That's a bit far out, so let's go into symmetry. I'll get those, I'll just pull those in. Okay. Let's start sewing. Edge mode, I'll grab these. Hold shift, hold right click, bridge. Now we have the side of the head. Let's go ahead and just round some of this off. You can hit the B key to turn on soft select, and then you can transition. You can also adjust by holding B and dragging your radius. You can kind of work that. Take these corners, kind of ease those. Get the middle here. Looks good. I'm going to jump into edge mode. We're going to continue to head back. I'm going to grab these. Hit B to get a soft select there, and I'll get these guys. Okay, so just this top section. I'll go to my side view, and I'll hit extrude, and then W to get a straight arrow, and I'll pull back. I'm going to pull this kind of down a little bit, like so. You can see Leon's head tries to go really high, but I really don't think we need to go that high. Sometimes you have to trust your understanding of anatomy. These guys back here, I'm going to straighten off by hitting R and then just kind of scale that back. Grab these edges. Just make sure you have them. Extrude. W, pull out a straight arrow. Now, Leon's ear position is a weird spot. So his ear's really far back, but the back of his head's probably about here. So we can't trust that ear. That ear's probably closer to this area. I'll hit extrude again. W, get a straight arrow, and I'll bring these down. Check my perspective view. I don't want these to be super straight here. Vertex selection, I'll grab these guys. Kind of move them in. These guys, I'll move out. These guys in the center, I'll move out. We're trying to just round this shape off a little bit. I think that's better. Okay. And grab these. Just kind of move them in. This I can change the angle. You can see how this is almost straight. We really want to change the angle of that, so I'm going to grab this vertex and move it back. Grab these guys, move them over. And now that line goes this way, which will make this transition easier. That I can make mostly straight down by scaling it and pull it in. You can see this is going to be a quad here. That'll be a quad there. I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So if I go into vertex, grab this actually, and if I just pull that straight down to about here, that'll be good. I can throw in some cuts. So multi-cut, hold down Control, I'll throw in a cut right about there. And I'm lining the cut up with the next line here. And then Control, that lines up with that. And then this one should line up with that. Okay. And you can see this is really flat. We should start tapering this in. We turn on soft select by hitting B. curving in the back of that head. Get this last one, I'll turn soft select off. Grab this. So vertex. So edge mode, I'll grab this guy and that guy. Hold shift, hold right click, bridge. Same thing with these. And actually I can go all the way down. So I can go here, and there, and there, and then get this one, that one, that one. There we go. Make sure you can see that. Hold shift, hold right click, and then bridge. Yeah. This needs to be smooth, so I'm going to go and get an extra cut. Multi-cut tool, hold down control, put a cut right in there. Turn on soft select, get vertex selection. I'll grab that guy, move some of this out. To clean up some of the back of the head there, what I'm going to use is my smooth tool. Make sure I'm saving as I go. I'm going to object mode. Let's go up to sculpting, get my smooth tool. Adjust your brush as you like. You can also adjust, if you go to your tool settings, the strength. Mine's at about 10 here. Okay. And then with sculpting, make sure you have symmetry on to make life a little bit easier. And I'll go into here, and I'm going to start easing some of these transitions, like on this jaw. Probably smooth that a little bit better. That cheek. Any of these like really rough areas. So like on the head. Make sure you're checking for multiple angles. On the back of the head, adjust my brush size. Now, I'm not holding the brush as I do this. I'm doing a click, very subtle drag, so I can do this in steps. That way it's a lot easier to undo if I make a mistake. All right. Okay, and go into smooth preview, just take a look. There we go, and that's pretty much Leon's head. Okay. See if I can smooth out this part right here. It's green because I'm in smooth preview. If I press 1, it goes away. I was trying to smooth out this section. There we go, that's a lot better. Yeah, and that's pretty much Leon's head at this point. So I think at the next one we'll start working on his ear. So save your work, stay tuned, and I shall see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel. Misty and I both thank you. If you enjoyed that video you just watched, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, there's Lame Duck Studios merch. Grab yourself a cool hat, sweater. You can always check out my Patreon, where you can get access to exclusive content just for my patrons, as well as videos ad-free ahead of time. Or pick up one of my books. The Life and Times of Dinah Marton is about a criminal psychologist who moonlights as a serial killer, and The Guardian's Path of Ascension is about 5 teens who realize they have the power of gods and have to save the universe. Both of those are available on Amazon. There are links down in the description. And The Guardians is going to be converted into a comic book. I'm working with my artist Patrick. We're pretty excited. We're shooting for an October release. You can see some of the work that's been done here. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.